What is up, all my chosen ones? Jazz Raw is back now, guys. Today we have a jam-packed update for Vault, guys. I've been sitting back for these last couple of days watching all of this bullish news piling up, guys, and we are finally going to dissect into all that we have coming out so far for the month of March. Let's get into this. Now, before I begin, guys, please do me a favor and smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome, guys. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell for me, please, and thank you. So, guys, first things first, let's look at Vault. Sitting up in the 1600s, we've had a nice bounce back since the recent drops in the overall market. And a piece of why we have this nice bounce back, guys, we had some new news revealed to us, a couple new messages revealed to us, but we are going to dissect into the biggest and the most bullish utility that I've heard thus far for DeFi. Right over here, guys, you are looking at it. Debit-Card has been announced. We are going to get into exactly why Debit-Card is so bullish in comparison to the cards from the centralized exchanges. Now, look at the timing of how Satoshi did this. Timing it around when Bybit suspends USD withdrawals for US bank wire transfers in Swift. Now we have a decentralized card. And what's good about this is that this is not like what some people were thinking. You got to spend your own Volt tokens to use it on the card. No, it's not like that at all. You need to hold a minimum of 200 million tokens. Right now, it's around like $300-ish, give or take $300-400 around there. And then with that wallet, holding those 200 million tokens of Volt, you can now go for the Debit-Card, which I think the first one's coming out is going to be virtual. We're going to get into the benefits of that. You can use rather ETH, USD, the stable coins, as a way to pay using that card. And as that coin, whatever you're holding, enters into that card, it automatically becomes fiat. No application fees and no monthly fees for the virtual card as well. This is perfect timing, guys, because this is something that not only is this going to be beneficial for us long-term Vault holders and the whales, but this is going to be beneficial to whales of all kinds, even if they're not even a part of the meme coin space. We're talking about a lot of people holding 6-7 figures of USD worth, ETH worth, you name it, right? And they don't want to cash it out because they're aware of what it's going to take to get it through the exchange and then into the bank account, and then have to report it on the taxes and the whole 9 yards. So they got to kind of just sit there, store it up for the winter, and just wait and see how they can make use of all of those funds. Well, Debit-Card is the answer for that because everything is staying decentralized, and that is what separates this from the other cards that we've heard about previously. And there's going to be daily transactional limits, but you can refill on the same day multiple times. Now, we don't know the exact numbers yet of the limits for the cards, but we can assume it's going to be within a couple thousand per daily transaction. And if you can top it off each time, well, that could be close to around 5 figures worth of daily transaction on that card just for one day using the virtual card. I was told that the physical card, which that one you're gonna have to KYC for, the virtual card is no KYC required. You can even have your own DeFi name, like mine could say Jazz Royce on the card. The physical card, you're gonna be able to have a bigger spending limit per daily transaction. So keep that in mind as well. And the requirement is to hold 200 million Volt. Can you think about the volume of whales that will be coming in just to, at the very least, get 200 million tokens of Volt worth a couple $100? Just considering that if we get 20,000 buys, right? Just throwing a minimal number out there, just 20,000 buys, different holders, whales, just getting $300 and something worth of Volt. We're looking at a total of about $6 million being bought into this project. That's just the volume aspect of it, the utility aspect of it. Think about how much that 200 million of Vault stored in your debit card wallet would be worth when Vault kills 2 zeros, which would be 100x, or even goes to kill 3 zeros in the peak of the bull run, which would be 1000x. That $300 and something alone could be worth roughly $30,000 to $300,000. Keep that in mind. And now having a way that you can responsibly enjoy the money that you make in the markets from whichever investment it is that you're cashing out on, taking profits on, doing it through an exchange so you're not hurting the chart, withdrawing it from that exchange directly into your DeFi card wallet. It's a win-win all the way around. But folks, that is not all, because Votoshi left us with yet another message as of last night. Now check this one out. So for those that didn't get the full understanding, in February we burned from the bridge liquidity. This month we'll burn again, but from the circulating supply for the entire month of March. Probably nothing. What could that mean, you guys might ask? I'm asking the same exact thing. What this is going to mean for Volt? Well, let's go over to the next tab from what Pablo posted. This artwork right here, the vaulted dog in the middle, surrounded by 5 top tier major exchanges, with the question, who's coming first? Now, could it be that there are already a few of these exchanges already in talks, which is why we see these particular logos being used? This is just me doing speculation. There's no actual evidence of this, but it could be something to think about, because Votoshi never just blatantly posts things out just to have it out. You know, the whole team doesn't move that way. Everyone moves strategically. So whenever you see a post like this, chances are there is some type of underlying tone that's covering something a lot bigger that we are only scratching the surface on. So that definitely raised an eyebrow for me, because oh my goodness, even if we just get one of these with all the different utilities for Volt, just the Volti-Card alone, just that utility would be enough to generate us more than enough volume to be worth billions. If that alone was just the utility, that could still just send us into the billions. That's my opinion. So when you combine that with Volti-Change, Volti-Flex, full-blown battle royale that you can integrate the NFTs with, gonna be available on Steam. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff I can't even name off the top of my head, because the list is just too long, and we still don't even know what are the upcoming stages after stage 5, which, by the way, this is the month that we finally start tackling stage 5. So all of this has been building up before we even got to tackling what was on stage 5. This wasn't even a part of stage 5. Guys, something big is brewing here, and there are a lot of different influencers starting to catch on. Starting with Hanak. Now, for all the OGs in the DeFi space, we remember the Saitama days, and we remember the primitive role that Hanak played in Saitama. That same type of energy we're now seeing being revitalized, but this time is for the Volt army. Go on his page and check out the video that he made on Volt. I believe it's on his YouTube channel as well. We haven't seen that type of enthusiasm since the Saitama days, and we all remember that run. If you were in there from that later end of summer like I was, we know how much we went up on our profits when we saw a run from the measly 100 million something mark up into the 7-8 billion range within days. We remember that. Now you got Hanak on board. Now you got your pop on board. Classy is also on board. You all remember Classy now. People that at first did not understand the purpose behind Volt and what this community was doing and building in the background the whole time are now starting to put that pride to the side and realize, maybe I overlooked this one, and now they're circling back and putting their anchor down in the right place. Things that we have been discussing many months, long before the FTX collapse and all of that this one day would be what we see with Volt. We're now starting to see it come into fruition. There are too many dots, stars, whatever you believe in, connecting right now beyond our forces to doubt what we are seeing unfold with this project. And to think that all we know is probably just a few percent of everything that's actually going on. Because even the Volti-Card, that was in the works for a while now. They just waited till now to finally announce it when it was practically there to completion. You guys understand how this works compared to other projects? We cannot tell what type of run we're gonna have when we finally start breaking out. And we haven't even thought too much into the main breakout on the peak bull run. A lot of stuff, guys, and I'm pretty sure on the next video is gonna be a whole bunch of additional news that we never even considered yet to be touching base on. And that is what I personally look for and ride with in a DeFi project. March just got started. The year is still fresh, and this I still stand by, in my opinion, will be token of the year. With that being said, folks, I'm Jazz Royce. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and I'm going to catch each and every one of you guys at the top.